Hi there. I'm hoping this will turn out. I gave the music score changes that we made because basically we're going to do everything with separate bows. And today, when we played, we did some different practicing things to just kind of sum up what we all did. A lot of us had a washcloth and we wrapped it around to make sure it was really comfortable with our fingers being able to kind of do that nice teeter-totter reaction, but just resting here, and then our thumb having its nose bendable right there. And we, I'll just get that out. We'll come back to Tum Balalaika in another video, but we made sure that this just felt nice and comfortable to hear. And we did, last time we did that 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we put 3 on the 4 spot. And I mentioned the well-tempered clavier. We want to have well-tempered half steps. So 4, high 4 is just that nice interval above the 4, 3 on the 4 spot. So we're putting 3 on the 4 spot, and we pretended we were a tuba. And then we did high 4, open G. So this is 3 on the 4 spot, going F, open C, F, open C, F, open C, F, F sharp. And that's a good sounding high 4. And then we did the same thing here on the G string, 3 on the 4 spot on C, sounding like a little smaller tuba. And then high 4. It's a great way to practice getting that high 4 high enough. And then G, open D on the D string. So it's 3 on the 4 spot on the D string. Then we did the same thing here on the A string. But we don't have an E, so we just went back to our D. Just to get used to having that high 4, because that high 4 comes a lot in the Tum Balalaika. The first spot that we did was at measure 70, where you have a high 4 on that D sharp. So we did 2, 3. Now you're just going to shift this whole thing down half a step. So the whole thing is going to move, including your thumb along. From measure 70, we always good to start on a down bow. 2, whole thing shifts, including your thumb. 2, 3, and then back to normal 1, and then to 4. So let's put that together smoothly about this tempo. 1, 2, 3. C natural, shift for the high 4. 1, 2, 3. 1 on B and G. A lot of what we did, and if this is getting comfortable for you, you can keep using the washcloth, and then hopefully have that nice same softness when you put your bow, just your hand on the bow the way you normally do. Remember, it's got that nice flexibility in the fingers. What we did is we played the last 3 notes. 3 on the G string is a B. And so the last 3 notes of this piece, Tum Balalaika, is 3, 3, 3 on G, open G, 3 on C. So try that with me. 1. Now if I go 2 notes back from that, this 3, 1 will start on a down bow, and it'll be 3, 1, 3, 3. So let's do that again, and go. Now if I go 2 notes ahead of that, I get on the D string, 3, 4, 3, 1, all on the D string, then 3, G on the G string, and 3 on C. So it goes 1, 2, go. 4, 3, 1, 3. And let's just try a quicker tempo now. 3, 4, 3, 1, 3, 0, 3. So 3, 4, 3, 1, 3, 0, 3. Oops, don't do that. I had my stand in a clunky place. So I'll play for you. 1, 2, 3. 3, 4, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. One more time. Ready and go. 1, 3, 1, 3. Cool. Now what we might want to do is go back to the down bow and measure 77 and count to 3 on each of these dotted half notes, because it's 3, 4, like we talked about, 3 quarter notes in every measure. Measure 77 is 3 on D, 3 hold, 1 on A, and then open A twice. Now 3 on the D, the 3, 4, 3, put your eyes, look ahead, 1, 3, 3. So don't be afraid to read chunks and make your eyes look ahead, and eventually you just can play it all super smoothly. I'll play from 77 again. 3 hold, 1 hold, half the 3 on D, ready, 3, 4, 3. Nice little E minor triad, but B, G, E. There we go. Now the next down bow ahead of that, which I think would be a good place to start, might be 74. It's the next line up, second measure from the end. So A1, 4 on D, measure 74, 1, 2, go. A, hold, 1, 4 on D, hold, A. Here's that 3, 4, 3. And the nice thing about practicing backwards, like that chunk by chunk, is you're always going into something familiar that you just played. Now, measure 70, we already talked about this with the high 4. So here I am, 2 on the A string, shift everything for the high 4, 3 on the 4 spot, normal 1, 4, 1, 1, A, hold, 1, 4, that from rehearsal 70 to the end. Now I'm going to play, I played for you all from 66. This gets a little more complicated because here's where I normally put 1 on the D string, E, but I can sometimes put 2 on that 1 spot, E, because then the 1 is right halfway between on the D sharp, low 1, but I'm just calling it D sharp. So I did say starting from 66, but right now if you look at 68, I'm going to do this slower, counting eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 1 spot, 1, 1, 2 on the 3 spot, high 4. Do you see how that works? It's 2 on 1 spot, 2 and hold, low on D sharp, 1 on E, 2 on F sharp, 4 on high 4. And then I just go right back to normal 1, 1, 2, high 4, A, 1, then measure 70 with 2. And that's why I did a 2 on there, because you'll just go A, 2. So I'm going to do it a little under tempo from 68, that is, 68, and about 1 and 2, 3, 2 on 1 spot, 1, 1, 2, high 4, 1, 2, high 4, 1, 2, high 4, 1, 1, wow, that's a lot. So what's kind of neat, if you look at measure 62, it's the 2 on C natural again and high 4 that we already practiced in measure 70. 62 is exactly the same as measure 70. So how about I start in measure 62, a little under tempo. 1, 2, 3, 2, high 4, shift forward, D sharp, back to normal 1, shift B, and 4 on D string G, 4, 1, 1, open A, 1 on A string B, another up, 1, 2 on 1 spot. way from measure 62. Our next big rehearsal number back is measure 55. And if you'll notice here, it starts on an up bow at that rehearsal number. We're going to start on an up bow, normal 1, 1, rest, rest, move the 1 to low 1, D sharp, and then open D, and then high 4, and then we're just going to shift back to normal 4. And then low 1, 2, low 1, and then normal 1. So I'm going to talk you through from measure 50. Let's start in measure 54. Some of you are going to play just the 1 in that measure 54. Some of you are just going to play just the 4. So get used to practicing either one. I'm going to play both right now, but you should just pick one and then practice the other one. Because when you're sitting on a stand with your partner, the person closest to the audience will play the 1. The person closer to the viola section will play the 4. It's called a divided, divisi. So we're going to do it divisi. 1 on A or 4 on D. I'm just going to play both of them for now. 1, 2, measure 54, go. 1, 2, 3, normal 1, rest, low 1, rest, open, get high 4 ready, rest, rest. Go to normal 4 shift. Now low 1, low 1, 2, low 1. And now we're back to 62. So that low 1, on a down bow, low 1, 2, low 1, 2's on the 1 spot, and then you shift 1 back to the 1 spot. And then we already did that earlier in the piece. If we keep jumping backwards to another spot, how about we go to measure 43? It's the last measure of one of those middle lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines up from the bottom is 2 on 3 spot on the G string. So we go 2 on 3 spot, high 4, low 1, normal 3, 3, 3, hold, 1, 3, 1, D, find high 4 early, high 4, normal 4, low 1, 2's on 1 spot, normal 1, 2 on A, high 4 shift, 4 it, 1, 1, extra up. And then shift for the high 4. And that takes you through a lot of the piece. I think I'll make another video of some of the rest of the piece. Thanks.